The phenomenon of farmer suicides in India is a deeply troubling issue that has persisted for decades. It is a reflection of the severe agrarian crisis affecting millions of farmers across the country. This episode delves into the history of farmer suicides in India, exploring the underlying causes, the geographical distribution of these suicides, government interventions, and potential solutions. The history of farmer suicides in India can be traced back to the late 1980s and early 1990s. During this period, the Green Revolution, which initially brought significant increases in agricultural productivity, began to reveal its darker side. The Green Revolution relied heavily on high-yield variety, HYV seeds, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and irrigation. While these methods increased crop yields, they also led to the depletion of soil fertility, increased pest resistance, and greater dependency on expensive inputs. The first wave of farmer suicides was reported in states like Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Punjab. These states were early adopters of Green Revolution technologies and thus faced the brunt of its adverse effects. Farmers who invested heavily in HYV seeds and chemical inputs often found themselves trapped in a cycle of debt due to the high costs and fluctuating market prices for their produce. By the mid-1990s, reports of farmer suicides began to emerge more frequently in the media. The National Crime Records Bureau, NCRB, started maintaining specific data on farmer suicides from 1995 onwards. This data showed an alarming trend. Tens of thousands of farmers were taking their own lives each year, with the numbers peaking in the early 2000s. Farmer suicides are not uniformly distributed across India. Certain states have consistently reported higher numbers of suicides, primarily Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. These states share common characteristics such as dependency on rain-fed agriculture, lack of adequate irrigation facilities, and susceptibility to droughts and erratic rainfall. Maharashtra, particularly the Vidarbha region, has been a significant hotspot for farmer suicides. Cotton farmers in this region have faced severe financial distress due to volatile market prices, the high cost of genetically modified seeds, and frequent pest attacks. The causes of farmer suicides are multifaceted and interlinked. Key factors include economic distress, high input costs for seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides, combined with low and unpredictable crop prices, lead to insufficient returns for farmers. This economic distress is often exacerbated by indebtedness, as farmers borrow money at high interest rates to finance their agricultural activities. Monsoon dependency. A significant portion of Indian agriculture is rain-fed. Erratic monsoon patterns, droughts, and unseasonal rains can devastate crops, pushing farmers into financial ruin. Market fluctuations. The lack of a robust support system for agricultural produce means that farmers often do not get a fair price for their crops. Middlemen and market forces exploit this situation, further squeezing farmers' incomes. Debt trap. Indebtedness is a critical issue. Farmers often take loans from informal sources at exorbitant interest rates. The inability to repay these loans leads to a cycle of increasing debt and despair. Lack of institutional support. Inadequate access to credit from formal banking systems, poor crop insurance coverage, and insufficient government support exacerbate the vulnerability of farmers. Social issues. Fragmented land holdings, lack of alternative employment opportunities, and social pressures also contribute to the crisis. Over the years, both state and central governments have implemented various measures to address the crisis. These include debt waivers. Periodic loan waiver schemes aimed at relieving the financial burden on farmers have been introduced. However, these are often criticized as temporary solutions that do not address the root causes of the crisis. Minimum Support Price, MSP. The MSP system aims to ensure farmers receive a minimum price for their produce. Despite its intentions, the system has limitations, including poor implementation and coverage. Crop insurance schemes. Programs like the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, PMFBY, aim to provide farmers with insurance coverage against crop failures. However, challenges remain in terms of coverage, timely compensation, and awareness among farmers. Subsidies and input support. Governments provide subsidies on fertilizers, seeds, and electricity to reduce input costs. While helpful, these subsidies often do not reach all farmers effectively. Irrigation projects. Efforts to improve irrigation infrastructure, such as the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana (PMKSY), aim to reduce dependency on monsoons. These projects are essential but require significant time and investment. Despite these interventions, farmer suicides continue to be a pressing issue. The COVID-19 pandemic has further exacerbated the situation by disrupting supply chains and affecting market access. To address the crisis effectively, a multi-pronged approach is necessary. Strengthening institutional credit, enhancing access to affordable and timely credit through formal banking channels can reduce dependency on informal moneylenders. Improving market access, establishing better infrastructure for storage, transportation, and direct market access can help farmers get fair prices for their produce. Diversification and innovation. Promoting crop diversification, agroforestry, and sustainable agricultural practices can reduce the risks associated with monoculture and dependency on chemical inputs. Social security nets. Implementing comprehensive social security measures, including healthcare, education, and pensions, can provide a safety net for farming families. Research and extension services. Strengthening agricultural research and extension services to provide farmers with the latest knowledge and technologies can improve productivity and sustainability. The history of farmer suicides in India is a complex and tragic narrative that reflects the broader challenges faced by the agricultural sector. While government interventions have provided some relief, a more holistic and sustainable approach is needed to address the root causes of the crisis. Ensuring the well-being of farmers is not just an economic imperative, but a moral one, given their critical role in ensuring food security for the nation. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to our channel, Sociopedia.